Okay, it says I'm streaming. Hello, if you're just coming in. I'm messing with some settings here. Getting ready to take a drive here in the Javelin. I have a new LED light I'm trying out, so hopefully that works. It kind of takes a second for the stream to really get going here all the way, so I'm just going to make sure that we're good before I take off, because last time I tried to do this, it went for like 2 minutes and then I lost the rest of it. So I guess we'll see here. Still waiting for the preview to pop up on YouTube. As soon as that comes up, I'll take off. Might as well warm up the engine a little bit. Started earlier, so shouldn't be too bad. Start right up. It's a little awkward with this light on, but geez, got a vibration going on. Unfortunately, I won't be able to chat with you very much in the live chat, but feel free to ask me questions, and if I don't get back to it or if I miss the chat, you can always leave a comment. Alright, let's try this out. Get in reverse, there we go. Turn on my volume on my YouTube thingy. Still have that annoying rubbing sound. I tried to make an adjustment on a steering box. Hear that? I tried to make an adjustment on the steering box earlier, and it didn't really do anything, so I'm thinking I got a bad pump or steering box. Obviously, it's pretty much only components in it, so one of the two. But I do have a warranty on the power steering pump, so I'm probably going to try that first. Yeah, it feels awkward with this light on. Take it out for a quick little ride around the neighborhood, kind of. I'm still trying to break in the clutch. I got a brand new clutch about 80 miles or so into my engine break-in, and I think I got about a couple hundred miles on a new clutch. I'm trying to break in things the proper way, which is kind of taking your time. They say 500 miles. 500 miles for me is a really long time, because it's not like I'm driving this every day, so it takes a minute. See, there's a couple people watching, so hey. see anything outside, but I'm gonna go to North Mountain here. I think that all the roads are closed right now. There's like a park area, but I think that I can't really access any of it, unfortunately, after dark. But I'll still go check it out. Freaking hot. Adjustment I made was like I can't remember what it's called exactly. It's like a lash adjustment that you make on the actual steering box. I've never messed with it before, so it's kind of new. I try to take some lash out of it, try to take some tightness out of there, because I was thinking maybe that's what was causing the groaning when it was turning. And I took a decent amount of adjustment out of it, and it does feel like the steering is a little lighter, like it's kind of doing what it's supposed to do. The steering returns after turns and all that, so I feel like I was going in the right direction with that, but it didn't solve the problem. Maybe if you watch a little longer, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's mostly like low speed parking type maneuvers, going in between the mountains right now. Going back down the other side. Riding a little bit better after we made some more preload adjustments on the Caltrax. I mentioned that last time I took the car out, but yeah, it actually feels better, and it's definitely clanging less and all that stuff. So I'll take that as a win. God, it's getting freaking windy out here. This is a 73 Javelin AMX. I spent 2 years getting it on the road. Previous to that, it sat for a really long time. A guy in California owned it, and I believe he gave it to his daughter, and she lived in Washington, and it sat until a couple of years ago. But it sat from 80 until earlier this year. So it sat for about 43 years. I'm gonna turn right here. Whoops. I feel like I'm just old enough to kind of remember some of the last of the cruising days. I remember, well, my dad was prime in that cruising era. You know, he got his driver's license in the early 80s. And I'm 35, but I remember I was a kid. You know, I was a kid riding whoever. It was like right before the internet really started taking off, I feel. And then once the internet became a part of people's lives, and everybody stopped cruising, which is really sad. I wish people still just cruise for fun, but you know, gas is expensive too, so I understand. But it was pretty cool back in the day. Been built a little bit, but it's not like super crazy or anything. It's got a pretty smooth idle with the cam and everything that I have, so it's a very street friendly. Oh, that's the rubbing again. It's a very street friendly setup, but with this manual transmission, it's so awesome. From the factory, it had a torque flight 727, and we spent a good amount of money trying to get it all built up and everything, and not exactly sure what happened in the process of getting it rebuilt, but things didn't really work out. And I wanted to get a TKX 5-speed from the beginning. You know, that was what I really wanted in the long run. And they're very expensive. And I found out that you can do a T5, basically rip a transmission out of a Mustang. There's a couple little modifications you got to do and stuff, but that's what I did, and I'm really happy with it so far. I haven't really beat on it or anything, so I haven't had to worry about it breaking just yet, but you know, eventually I would like to beat on it a little bit without having to worry about it just breaking. So that is something I plan on doing in the somewhat near future, but we'll see. Trips I've been wanting to do. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Tortilla Flat out on the east side of Phoenix. It's really not in Phoenix. It's I guess it'd just be like Apache Junction or something. East Mesa. Practice of it. I'm not super practiced at it just yet. thank you for watching. Leave a comment. I have obviously some things that I'm wanting to do here in the near future, but we're waiting for it to cool down a little bit. I do have some shirts on fasterandlouder.com if you want to help support the cause. I always appreciate that. I guess until next time, guys, I'll see you.